Last week I went to dinner with some friends, and the guy that was sitting opposite me asked, how is it that I continue to practice over such a long period of time and seem to be so motivated and engaged with my work? And we talked for some time, and I thought I would make a little video about an exercise that I have used myself to help get me out of a bit of a creative funk. Now, this is going to seem like a very simple little exercise, and I guess that's because it has all the essential ingredients. It is a drawing exercise where your rational thinking brain sort of gives up and says, I can't do that. And your perceptive skills need to be really recruited, and you get very engrossed in the process. And as a result, hopefully, you stop thinking about product. And the way that I've used this method of drawing is just to kind of relax into picking up a pencil or a piece of charcoal and making something, creating a drawing with no agenda, with no specific hopes or goals or attention to the outcome or the product. And I think that sense of playfulness and that willingness to just engage with the process and not be too worried about the product is what will help most people overcome that initial block to being creative again after a break. So the method I'm going to show you is called blind continuous line drawing. And what that means is that as you're drawing, you're not going to look at your paper. This is the sort of epitome of an exercise that involves you not thinking about the product, because you're not even looking at the product you're creating. Your whole focus needs to be on what you're looking at and the process of looking. So I have crumpled up a piece of paper, which, as you can see, has a lot of intricacy in the form. And I'm going to put that down next to some paper and a pencil that I have. Now, I'm just using the cheapest, nastiest paper that I found. The idea of this is not to make something that you keep. It's just to do the exercise to kind of grease the wheels, if you like. So I'm going to now turn the video down to my drawing, and you can continue to watch there. Okay, so you can see the crumpled paper, and that's just sitting there, and then you can see my paper in front of me. Now I have two pencils here. I have a 6B and a 2B. You can do this with a biro. It doesn't need to be anything special. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sort of try and take a few breaths. And just start to pay attention to the piece of paper that I'm going to draw. Now I'm going to choose a spot on that paper to start with, and then I'm going to put my pencil down as if I was placing it where my eyes are. And then I'm just going to start gradually moving my eyes around. And as my eye moves, so my pencil moves. Now I'm going to try and draw in every aspect of the fold, lines, the shadows. I'm going to work quite slowly because I'm trying to track with my eyes what I'm drawing, but I'm not looking at my paper that I'm drawing on. I'm only looking at the crumpled paper. And what happens as I do this, and I'm hoping that you might find the same when you try it, is you get lost in the complexity of the object that you're drawing. And you're looking for all the little nuanced shapes. And I'm drawing every line I can see. So I'm paying close attention as I'm drawing to the direction of the lines. And gradually the drawn lines on my page should become an intricate web of marks that are really just descriptions of where my eyes have moved. And you can do this with any complex object. The more complex, the better, because what you want to have happen is for that rational part of your brain to disengage, to kind of give up before it gets started. To say, I can't draw that, there's no way I can do that, so then it's as though the other part of your brain that sees differently, feels differently, that part can come and play. And if you find yourself going over something you've already drawn, repeating a path that your eyes have already travelled, it doesn't matter. Actually, nothing kind of matters with this type of drawing, because you're doing it for the process. So give yourself permission to just enjoy the process, to allow it to feel like it's got a lot of latitude in it. There's nothing about it that needs to be right or wrong. I'm going to stop now because I think you get the idea. So hopefully you saw from my drawing that my focus really was not on the product. Quite the opposite. It was on really studying this crumpled bit of paper and really relaxing into the process. Now, doing this is great if you can spend 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 20 minutes, and just pour your attention into that process, allowing yourself to try and relax and just let go of all the shoulds and the ideas of, you know, what is good and what's bad and that kind of thing. And as you do that, you will probably experience a sense of freedom and a sense of pleasure and joy that you might be able to then harness and bring towards some other creative project that you might have been wanting to get involved in for some time. So good luck. I hope that you're able to use that, and let me know what you think.